Hello, folks. Falling asleep on the couch and then going out and doing chores at 10 o'clock, bad idea. I won't be doing that again. I'm going to try not to do that again. It's screwed me right up. And YouTube notifications isn't working. Or, strangest thing, 2 people came onto the stream and then left. Oh, boys, wake up, man. Not a soul has chatted yet. All is quiet. Oh, I never started new streams last night. Oh, that's bad, eh? I just realized it. They're all yesterday's streams. Actually, I'm thinking of leaving them running. I might rename them. So maybe we can have like we had with the duckling situation. I think that's what we need to do. I need to rename the streams and leave them. I'm thinking. Good morning, everybody. I was just thinking out loud here. I think I'm gonna do that. I was up till 3 a.m. everybody. It was just a touch after 3 a.m. Well, I went to bed after last night. I ended the stream. And I was yawning, you know, when I was talking to you about 11 o'clock last night, and went and laid down, toss and turn, toss and turn. It's about 12:30. I said I can't get to sleep. I got up, and I was down here till 3 a.m. Not doing that. That just screwed me right up. I'm so tired right now. And then when I woke up at 7:30, I looked at the alarm clock. Panic, jump up. I even had a shower in the middle of the night, hot shower, thinking, okay, I need to have a hot shower and you know, just to loosen me up and relax. It relaxed me a little bit, but it didn't do what I wanted to do. But thankfully I had a hot shower before I went to bed, because when I woke up I had to just spring up and go to the barn and give everybody water. The goose's water was frozen. She was freaking cold here last night. It's warmed up a little bit right now. It's minus 18. But I think I'm going to do that on the streams. Ooh. I'm going to leave them just run. And we'll see. Oh yeah, ducks are getting out today. Minus 9. They'll be getting out. Right now though, it's minus 22 wind chill. Yeah, minus 8. Yeah. Tomorrow's another cold day again. Oh, so they're going to get out here shortly. What time are they going to get out? Let's take a look here. Okay, they say high minus 8. You know when the high is going to get here? At 2 in the afternoon. So the ducks are going to get out for maybe about 4 or 5 hours today. About 4 or 5 hours. Good morning, Digger. And I gotta clean the barn today. Today's barn cleaning day. Barn cleaning 2.0. Oh, Susie. Last night? Whoa. Ice fog. It was so cold here. Oh, I took the plywood off the front of the goose shed and I opened the door, get some air through there. but it's going to be warmer tomorrow. But this afternoon, the ducks are going to get out, probably about 11 o'clock. I'm thinking 11, 10, around there. I'll let them out, clean the whole barn out. I got to, I still haven't set the Wi-Fi for the garage. I'm going to do that. But I think, honestly, I might have a nap this morning, folks. I really, really do think I might. I'm so tired. I'm thinking that maybe just lay down on the couch and catch a couple more hours sleep. I'm so frustrated right now because there's so I have all these little tiny jobs, you know, to get ready for winter, and they're driving me nuts, and I want to get them done, but I'm running out of energy. Like, it's really frustrating right now what I'm going through. Yeah, that's what we had here last night. Frozen air, Vivian. Good morning, Christy. Yes, Paul, the geese are getting more settled. They're going to get more settled once I get the nesting boxes done. See, there's like another job. It's just a little job. It's only like 2 sets of nesting boxes, cubicles. It's not like a big, giant, you know, operation. Yeah, I know, Susie. I'm opening myself up to being hurt. I really want to clean the back room and get rid of the remaining straw from the hospital. The little hospital dog I'm worried about. The little gray-haired male. I don't know if something else happened to him, because I've been doing the soaking twice a day like I normally do. And he's not walking. He's just laying there. Laying there and hissing. I don't know what's going on with him. But it's definitely his foot, his pad of his foot is rock hard. Like, it's definitely bumblefoot. But I've never had bumblefoot this many days of soaking and like no sign of improvement. I'm religiously doing it twice a day, and keeping the hospital clean. Tammy has the panic. Is his leg broken? Tammy, my God. Oh, you truly have the panic button comments. No, Susan, we're not going to take the little duck to the vet. He won't stand, Tammy, because the bumblefoot is excruciating pain. And I don't understand why the bumblefoot pain is not going away. But who knows? Maybe one day he'll just all of a sudden bang, he's standing up. I'm trying to think, like sometimes it takes like a full week, 10 days, but I just feel like it's been going on forever. But maybe it's just because I'm tired. Maybe that. And plus it was in the back room, and you know, why not take him to the vet? He's not at that point there yet, Susan. I don't know, Nancy. I'm trying to remember here. It's a blur. I have no idea. Everything's a blur here right now for me. You know? Right. And when Virginia's feet are hurting, she's nasty too. And that little dog is nasty. I'll keep doing the soaks. I got him over there, clean up, you know. He's hissing because he's got a dog toy stuck in his throat. That's what it is. He's got a little whistle stuck in his throat. That's why he's hissing. You figured it out, Tammy. Oh man, I got dog hair in my eye too. Scratch my eyeball. I'm streaming right now, Gene. Right now. You're here live. This is not a video and you're not commenting on it. You're watching this video stream. I was watching your stream from last night. It's the same camera angle as Coffee Plasma. This is the coffee angle. iPad sitting on my desk, me with the chat directly right behind it, so that I'm looking at the lens and I'm reading the chat. So that way it looks, instead of me looking off to the side all the time, because I hate that. It doesn't give that personal touch, you know, when I'm talking to you. It doesn't look like I'm talking to you. It looks like I'm like talking away from you. You can see the kitchen better. This is exactly the same, Plasma. Every morning, the camera's sitting in the exact spot. Nothing's changed. You're just becoming more aware. Gene, nobody gets notifications anymore. It's just the way it is. Oh, last night. My stream last night, Gene. Oh, it was like, what was it? 10:15 last night. I streamed because I came in from doing chores, wide awake, couldn't sleep, totally strung right out. I did a half an hour outside in the minus 400-degree weather, and it woke me right up. Yes, the geese are totally settling in. Totally. Wait till they get their nesting boxes. They should get even more settled in. But they're going to be happy today when they get out. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to run out in the snow and run straight out in the snow and sit down. We had like 107 people here last night. 108 people at one point there. 120, something like that. So YouTube screwed you, Gene. I'm sorry. I got your box yesterday, Gene. But I'm too tired right now to open it, and I don't think it would be nice of me to open up your Christmas box you sent to me, half asleep. You would, especially live. You'd go, oh my God, that man's ungrateful. I'm half asleep. So I want to wait till I'm awake, but I have it sitting here right beside me, like right here, right there. I gotta say to you, you used a lot of tape. Like, the whole box is just encased in tape. And the only box I'm gonna open up today, I think, and deal with, which I have to, is I gotta get the, was it Jolene's birthday? Happy birthday, Jolene. Is I gotta get that what you call it, that Wi-Fi going in the garage so I can do some work and turn the stream on, and you can watch me make some water stations. I'm really curious on how the water station is going to turn out. I got everything here. I just got to do my MacGyver magic. No, I don't have a fan mailbox. Broken people. People aren't supposed to be sending me stuff. Thank you, Miss Cock Girl. That's sweet. But some people slip parcels under the radar. And Jean did. She had my address. And I have a box here. And there's a Doug treat in there also. You know. But no, I'm not doing it right now. I'm half asleep, folks. Actually, what Doug's doing right now is sleeping on the floor. It's a Christmas present. Live with it. I know it is, Gene. I'm going to live with it. I'm going to open it live. But I want to do it when I'm awake, because it wouldn't be very good of me to open it up half asleep. It just wouldn't be. You wouldn't get the true, you know, it would be like, oh man, that guy's ungrateful. Can you show any more appreciation, excitement? He's dead from the ass both ways. Yeah, I am today. This is what Doug's right now. He's got her down pat. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this dog. Look at him. He's sitting there, laying it in front of the heater. Right now, Debbie, I gotta get the garage happening so that I can go over there. Right now, I can't do anything in the garage. Like I got a whole bunch of stuff I could do over there in the garage, and I'm putting things off. Well, I'm not. Everything else is getting in the way, like winter, snow, barn cleaning, stuff like that. But it's I got my garage is full of stuff, supplies to do MacGyverings, a whole bunch of MacGyvering stuff, making things up. And I don't want to do any of it because I can't stream. I could do it without yous, you know, turn the tunes on and have a barley sandwich and work away by myself, but that just wouldn't be any fun. Especially since it's duck related. If it was personal, you know, like working on the snowplow, different story. Getting out that. Oh, the snowplow yesterday, folks. Okay, we got a fairly good group here right now. Does anybody remember when I got the tractor stuck this year and I had to pull it out with the truck? When we were spreading all the gravel, when I had the stream going? Did anybody remember that? When I was grading the Magoon area, making it all smooth, and I got stuck in the mud there, and then I had to hook the truck up, and then I almost got the truck stuck in the garden, but I didn't. And I yanked the tractor real hard. Okay, well, you know when I yanked the tractor real hard, the battery came loose inside the tractor, you know, and it just went, so it broke the sprocket, and anyways, I had to fix the sprocket. Well, it turns out that little chuck and that little smack of the battery post, it was leaking. So yesterday, when I got the tractor, I pushed the tractor in the middle of the garage, and I put the chains on it and the wheel weights, and you know, for snow plowing. Open the hood. Check the hour meter, see what the oil situation was, if it was time for an oil change, and then I noticed the battery was just all bunged up, big giant cubic or cornicle or foamy mush on top of the post. And I was like, oh no, so I got the baking soda and some water and poured her on, and sure enough, she was just leaking like crazy. Battery's broken. I was like, God, do you believe it this week? Car, truck, and the tractor. Like, I was just like, I was in the garage yesterday, but I had a backup battery for the tractor. Well, it's a battery from my wet bike, which was sitting on the shelf, which I bought the year I put the wet bike on, which was like 2012, and then I took it off and put it on the battery, or put it on the shelf. And the reason I know it's 2012 is I wrote right on M&R feeds for 2012 the day. So took the battery off the shelf, threw the charger on it, it's good to go. So I did a battery swap, baking soda the whole area to get rid of the leaking battery acid in the whole area. So that's what my afternoon was yesterday before I even started snowplowing my driveway. That's was like the third battery of the week. I guess third's the charm, eh? That's the last battery. Last battery for a vehicle. No other vehicles here. So, no broken people. I read the description of the stream. Go down there, click on the description, and read about the mail. Okay. We don't do mail. We don't do mail. We try not to do mail. But people slip it through. They figure out how to get my address, and then I get stuck. Try LiPo batteries? Well, I don't need to try anything right now, Paul, because I've replaced every battery now. If everything works out right, I should be like at least 3-4 years before I touch another battery. How do you trade in a giant mushy car battery? It's not a car battery, it's a little tractor, lawn tractor battery, mini tractor. But it still was charged. I put the charge on her and she's working, and the only one cell was a little bit down. Oh, but it's leaking. So I got to seal up around the post because I know there's nothing wrong with the battery. Just got the post got yanked. Oh, like I got some 2-part epoxy. I'll epoxy around it and seal it up. I gotta make sure it'll work. So, because I know the battery's not even 2 years old in the in the tractor. Good morning, Inga. Jackie's about to go to bed because it's very late right now where Jackie is. No, Brian. Well, I did have 2 car batteries. Well, a truck battery, car battery, and a tractor battery. It's the battery week on the Duck Adventure. I did the whole gamut. But you know what, folks? Something this week, I think it was Monday, I went out to the grocery store. I bought myself 2 boxes of baking soda. Someone told me this week to buy baking soda. I don't know why, but I didn't have any because I used it up the last time. I forget for what. Probably battery-related incident. But yesterday I was like, oh, I got a box of baking soda specifically for the garage. Went to the shelf, got her out of the old hardware inventory, and took care of her. And then put her in a Ziploc bag because if you don't reseal baking soda, she goes dead. Oh, is Inga traveling Europe today? I did. I didn't ignore this voice. When I said I was in the grocery store, I said I need baking soda. Don't know what for, but something told me I needed baking soda, and I went. I didn't know where it was in the grocery store, and I had them help me hunt it down, and then it turned out. But Thursday afternoon, I needed baking soda. It was like, okay, No, I didn't buy any vegetable pie. They had them, the one I liked, the big 1.3 kilo guy in the white box from the mysterious bakery that they don't tell you where it's from, and I didn't touch it. You're in the Apple store looking at a new phone. They're like $1,000 for the number 10, Inga. You'd spend $1,000 on a phone, Inga. Seriously. They're probably more, probably 1,200 euros. Oh, you don't think so? Good. I was having a bit of a problem there for a second. I thought common sense went out the window. So you're just there looking. You're just in there having a little chat with the Apple people and just basically wasting their time. Window shopping. That's what you're doing, aren't you? I prefer to buy used equipment because the stuff depreciates so fast. And really, honestly, you know, like a couple-year-old technology is lots fast for me, for what I do. I don't even have a SIM card. You need more storage on your phone. Well, when you bought it, you should have bought it with a big 256 gig storage, eh? Never cheap out on storage. Even though, you know, it's expensive when you first do her. Storage is always good. And the thing about the phones, you can't even upgrade them, which is just wrong. You should be able to upgrade them. There should be like a little card slot where you can put your memory card and upgrade your phone. It's just wrong. I don't have an Android phone, Paul, but it is good to know because I hate that. Like Apple, that's a scam, eh? Apple, what they do with this memory. You know, and batteries too. When your batteries, go, you gotta get a new phone. It's like, what? Why is everything like they make it so you can't do anything? It's like it's a brick to throw at people when you discover you have no more storage and the battery goes dead. It's like, it's just wrong. The storage though. Well, Virginia, the only reason I have Apple was because people were giving me some Apple stuff. I got an iPad and a phone. I bought an iPad Air used for $200. iPad Air 2, actually. It was a hell of a deal for $200. And it's got 100, this one here is actually, I think, 128 gigs of storage or something on it, but it was like $200, so you couldn't say no. You know what I mean? Like $200 for an iPad Air 2, brand new one, basically, new model. And then on my phones, I bought, Tom sent me two, an iPhone 4 for the duck boat, RC boat next year. He sent me a 6 that he lost in Africa, because he lost a 6 in Africa. And I bought a used 6 Plus on eBay for $200. So like, Apple ain't making no money off of me. Everything I have is people's old used stuff. Oh. I specialize in that. Like here, like this. This here, last year, I bought, oh, I almost showed my address to the fan mail people. No, we don't want you to send this stuff to me. This here is the problem. Oh, I did it again, the address again. Anyways, you know the address. Last year, I bought a router last spring. This spring got by when I started live streaming. It was like $350 for the router. And so that I could do the live streaming, you know, to set the network up. And I bought this one for $99, the exact same one. The guy got it, and these people, oh, I had to upgrade my router. I'm like, what for? Oh, I had to upgrade it. Everybody has to upgrade. Do you ever notice that? You go on eBay and people selling stuff, and it's like, oh, I want to upgrade. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, how many people stream 4 streams simultaneously? Like, how many people do that? You know, especially 1080p. So like, I'm burning the bandwidth up here, okay? Burning it up, and the router works just dandy for me. But some kid, no, I want to upgrade to the 3200. The 1900 doesn't cut it anymore. I'm like, why? Like, why do you, like, it don't make any sense. Like, so, but I don't know if this is the eBay. I can open this because I'm half asleep. It doesn't matter. It's not a gift. Let's see if I got the router. Like, this is what I need to replace my router in the house, so that I can take my old router, which is like ancient, from 2006, and move it to the garage so we can stream in the garage. So antennas. It looks like it's here. Yeah, everything's here. Okay, so there it is. The router. So like, I bought this unit, this model, for $349 in the spring. I bought this one used on eBay for $99. Can't go wrong. 99 bucks. But that $99 is going to enable us to stream in the garage. It's probably going to be the cheapest Wi-Fi setup I got going here yet, or the cheapest Wi-Fi expansion that we've done. And I'm going to be able to set an iPad up in the garage. And I bought a 6-foot power cord for the iPad so that we can stream the hospital ducks. So anybody that wants to look at the hospital duck sitting there and type panic comments. So we're going to have 4 streams going. But I'm thinking on the streams, folks, the barn streams, I'm not going to end them anymore. I'm just going to leave them running. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just leave them running like I did with the duckling one. And I'm just going to let it run. We won't get a video log anymore of the streams. But I think it'll be better for potentially going viral. Because people, you know, it will be the same URL for people to watch the ducks in the barn. And maybe we can get some of that, you know, how we got all those snowflakes, remember, in the spring with the ducklings, and then the moderators will have to work because we'll just be like just inundated with crazy people in the comments. And then when I run these streams where I have the little ones where I do myself, I'll get some interaction, because then this is the place the hardcore duck followers will actually be able to communicate and talk back and forth as people. I think that's what's going on. Give it a shot. We'll see what happens. If it gets to the point that I got to turn off the comments like I did in the spring there, where I had to turn the thing off, then I'll keep ending it and restarting them. We'll see what happens. We'll give it a couple weeks. Maybe. You never know. There might be one stream in the barn we might have to end when we get the outdoor stream. We'll see. I don't know on that one. Which, that should be showing up pretty soon. The encoder that James bought, so that we can have an outdoor stream when the ducks are at the bathtub. But that's a daily thing, because it's not, you know, they're not outside all the time. And I still got to figure out that one. That's another project too I got to make. I got to come up with some kind of winter-proof housing for camera outside, facing the lake. Oh, the worst direction. Facing the lake. You know why facing the lake's the worst direction? That's the direction the snow blows from. It's like, yeah, but it's virtually impossible to stop blowing snow. Like, if it was facing the garage, like with the back towards the lake and facing the barn, that's a much easier direction. Less blowing snow. It's still going to swirl, but who knows? We'll see what happens. I got to figure this out. Maybe I need to make another garbage pail with a smaller opening, or make this opening smaller. I don't know. I might be doing another MacGyver pail just for winter time. I might be doing it with a piece of glass. I might have to end up putting a window in it. That I might. Plexiglass is no good. It doesn't work as good as glass in the wintertime. Plexiglass, you get a lot more of that frost, little things, you know, and it's harder to clean, and you can't scrape plexiglass with an ice scraper because you can scratch it. Glass is better, because then if it gets frosty, you can take an ice scraper and you can scrape it. Oh. Broken People wants to buy a duck, but he's got no money. Broken People, if you want to buy a duck and you got no money, how are you going to take care of the duck? Like, no, Susie, we don't want him ordering ducks, because if he's got no money to buy a duck, how is he going to buy feed? Like, he's going to get the duck and then run out of money. Like, just watch the streams, Broken People, and get your duck fixed that way. You know, because the duck is a bigger commitment. The little buggers last anywhere from 5 to 10 years if things go right. So it's not as though I feel like this week I want a duck and, oh, next month, I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, he wants to buy a buck t-shirt. I just saw that he wanted to buy a duck. That's all I saw. Oh, so he's doing short forms. Okay, I don't do short forms. Imagine if I did chat in short forms. Like, BRB. I don't know a short form for when I'm back. Anyways, that's the only one I know, BRB. The LOL one, I hate the LOL one. I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of that. Because are you really laughing out loud? Like, are the people in the room looking at you going, what are you doing? Like, chuckle. That's the truth. You know, thanks for the chuckle. You know, yeah, okay, I believe you chuckled, you know. But I'm finding it hard to believe, or they're rolling on the floor laughing my ass off. Yeah, right. You fell off your chair at the computer right now. How are you typing this if you're on the floor, rolling on the floor laughing? Okay? Like, I just have a hard time with them, you know? But like a chuckle. Chuckle's probably what you really did. You probably chuckled, you know, like that, you know? Like, really, honestly, folks. Like, seriously. I'm being honest here. I write chuckle when people, I don't go the LOL. When people do good comments on YouTube and I get I truly get a chuckle, I type, thanks for the chuckle. I don't go, oh, LOL. No, because I didn't laugh out loud. Not much makes me laugh out loud. Well, maybe somebody getting hurt right in front of me, and it's like I didn't like them, and it was sort of cute how they got whacked on the side of the head. But even that, I sort of like go, ooh, that hurt. You know what I mean? A snicker, yeah, I haven't had a snicker. I usually chuckle. I'm a chuckle kind of guy. Well, sometimes, you know, the laugh out, like truly laugh out loud, it's been a while. I'm trying to think. I haven't, I'm trying, usually movies, a funny movie, which we haven't had one of those in about a decade, but. Or one of my buddies, he makes me laugh out loud all the time. He's a crazy guy. You can leave there and it's like, next morning it feels like you're doing stomach crunches. You laugh so much. Especially if he's drinking. If he's drinking, it's even funnier. Because he's just a natural. I told him he should really do a YouTube channel. I have a couple friends that would be huge YouTubers, but they won't do it. Like really, really funny. Truly, truly funny guys. Naturally funny. Like it just rolls off them like it's natural. Like it just never stops coming out of their mouths. Funniness. And it's not like they're not being vulgar, they're just funny. And I told him, seriously, man, get a camera and do it. But they won't. Samuel's not liking 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, maybe you shouldn't have took that trip to Dallas, Texas, NA this time of year. You walked right into it, you and Juanita. I don't have that pee a little bit problem when I laugh. Never had that problem. You know, Tammy, you know what I really like? Is watching people trip who are texting. That truly gives me a chuckle. A chuckle and a head shake. I just, it's like, and then they continue texting after they just barely not smash their face into the ground or into a wall or a table edge or a fire hydrant, but I truly chuckle and shake the head on the texting trippers. I love those ones. And I really give myself a head shake and no chuckle and no laugh and just oh my God, the texters that cross the road, you know, at the crosswalk, and they just figure because they're in the crosswalk, they don't have to look around, they don't have to have any situational awareness whatsoever because they've got those two white magic lines on the road. They're like barriers of some sort with little crosses between that join the white lines, and they figure that area there, there's a barrier. I don't have to have any awareness. A barrier will stop everything. I can continue texting while I'm walking across the road. Yes, the F and the D on the keyboard does give some good laughs with the ducks. But flat out stupid, does give me some real goodness, solid goodness chuckles. The flat out stupid, other people's misfortunate lack of intelligence does make me laugh. A cash tray under the new water tub for the barn be doable with holes in the tray to drain. Why would I want to put a cash tray under it, Mel? I don't understand why I need to put a catch tray under it. It would have to be a huge catch tray with the ducks basically the size of the whole floor. I got a floor drain, Mel, in the barn. Oh, you're never going to stop the straw from getting wet. It's ducks. Mel, it's like there's just no way around it. This is the way it's like. This is what it's like all winter. There is no way around it. The only way you're going to keep the straw dry is to keep the ducks away from the water. Oh. But now that we got a floor drain and the floor is sloped to the center to the drain, it's very, very manageable. Very manageable. Extremely manageable. Nothing like it was before. Nothing. Like, I've done the cash trays, Mel, with the old floor, and it was a pain because what the problem is, cash trays get so full of stuff. It's like, I've gone through this. Well, I went through it, what, 2013, 14, 15, 16 winters. 4 years of that, trying to figure out ways, and there is no way around it. The only solution is a floor drain. And this year, magically, a floor drain appeared here. So now it's like, ducks. Honestly, I can't wait for the new water station. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm thinking it's going to be about 80 liters. I still haven't figured out how many liters are in those hanging waters, but I'm thinking it's going to be like 4 times the capacity. I won't be going down at 10 o'clock at night to do water. I'm going to be so happy about that because I'm not telling you, I'm not kidding you folks. You have no idea what it's like. Like, just imagine this, okay? You're all sitting, there's 99 of you here. You're all sitting on the couch. You're falling asleep, your eyes are getting tired, and you're like, yeah, it's time to go to bed. It's 9:45, I'm beat, I've had a good day, accomplished a lot. It's time to recharge the battery to get up tomorrow morning at 5:30 and just go at her again, okay? That's the way I like to do it, all right? No, gotta go to the barn and take water to the ducks. So you come out here, and you put another pair of pants on, you suit all up, and gloves on, and hat, and you go outside. And it's minus 25 degrees with a wind howling off the lake, and you're like, oh man, this is cold. So you get to the garage, you already have the water pre-filled, because I always keep water pre-filled. So I grab the water, now you got 2 4-gallon, things of water, I don't know what, they're 4 gallons US, they're not 5 Canadian. Or maybe they're 5 US and they're 4 Canadian, I don't know what they are yet. But anyways, they're about 40 pounds each. You got 2 of these things, 1 in each hand, and you go out the garage door with them. Now you're doing weightlifting, okay? You're doing a little bit of deadlifts just before you go to bed. Nothing like that. That wouldn't wake you up, eh? Then you're walking across the driveway, and the wind's howling, and it's waking you up, and it's cool. Then you get down to the barn, and it's like, okay, we gotta do the water swap, and you're in and out. And then you go back to the garage, and you fill the waters back up and give them a rinse, because I always like doing that right away so they don't get crusty. And the last couple of days we had snow, but last night we didn't have snow because I plowed. But so you go to the garage, you wash the feet, you give them a spray, you wash them so they don't get all crusty because they get pretty dirty if you don't. And this way they stay clean because you have no idea how dirty they get. Bad because the ducks spitting, they spit, they get water and they spit at the water stations. So anyways, so you do that, fill them back up, then you turn the lights off, and you leave the garage and you come over. Then you get back in the house. You take all your clothes off, and then you're standing there in the the mud room back there. You're standing there, you take your boots off, and you're like, Oh, Doug decided to go for a run. So then you stick your head back out the door and you scream, Doug, Doug. And finally he comes back. And then you stand there and you're going, I'm wide awake now. Wide awake. I am talking. You was going to take just a cold pail of water and throw it in my face. That's how awake I am. So now it's 10 after 10 and you're wide awake. You just went from 20 to 10. You were ready to fall asleep and call it a night and wake up at 5:30. And then boom, you're wide awake. So then you start a stream. You know, it's like, man, oh man. Then you, hopefully the stream will make you tired. And that didn't work. Well, I thought it was going to work, but it didn't. But that's what it's like during lockdown. That's exactly what happened last night. I'm just recapping last night, but this happens every night, Gene. Like every single night of lockdown, when I got to take water down there, you know, when the ducks are locked up at night, I got to take water down. Because just imagine, just imagine, folks, if the ducks had no water all night on a live stream. Could you imagine how many emails I would get in the morning? I would open my email box and there'd be like, panic. Like, could you imagine? How am I going to fill the new tubs? We have a thing up here, Vista. I don't know if you have them there. They're made out of rubber. They're like 100 feet long, and they're about a ½ inch diameter inside. And they have like a garden hose fitting, and they will go where you want to go and carry water. They're called garden hoses. So, could you imagine no water for a night? I gave Debbie a chuckle. Chuckle's really honestly what you do. It is. It really is. I have a special garden hose. It's a rubber one that has matching ends. They're not a male and a female. It's a special garden hose that I cut the end off of, and both ends of the hose are male. It's a very weird looking garden hose, but I had to make it so that it connects to the quick connects outside without icing up. So both ends are male. It's a custom hose. And Virginia rarely chuckles. You're very serious, Virginia. But I figured out, do you remember I stretched the hose out and it was like 8 feet too short to go to the water station in the barn? Do you remember that when I cleaned the barn? Does anybody remember that? That I was in the barn with the live stream and standing there. I don't know who was watching me at the time, because I don't know, like I'm just streaming and people are watching me work. I came out with a solution to that. How do you, this is a good one, okay? How do you fix a garden hose that's 8 feet too short to make it to where you want to go? You're never going to figure it out. Never. Never. Nobody will figure this out. It's 8 feet too short. Nope. No, I can't, Jennifer, because it's a 100-foot hose. I'm at the limit. I'm at a limit of 100 feet. And from the house through the gate and everything, it's 8 feet too short to get to the center of the barn to fill it up, to fill the proposed new watering station that I'm going to build for the ducks. You're going to love it. I honestly shouldn't even tell you and just show you what I come up with. Doug, get off the couch. Come here. Come here. You lazy bugger. Come on. Come here, little dog. Come on, Dougie. What a dog. He was going on the couch. Come on. Dogs. Oh, Dougie. Hey, come here. Give everybody a big look. Hey, come on, that sad face. Hey, Dogs. What a dog. Oh, you're lazy. Okay, so we're back to the 8 feet. Do you want a treat? Oh yes, we'll get a treat. We'll get back to the 8-foot solution here soon. Oh, look at the straw. Pretty soon, there'll be no straw in the house. Oh, ducks. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, puppies. Okay, folks. So, my solution to the 8-foot problem. No one will figure it out. Nobody. No. Yeah, see, you guys aren't thinking out of the box. Nobody is thinking out of the box on this one. Nobody. But thankfully, MacGyver Matt is got a solution to this. A 10-foot 2x4. Nobody will know what do you do with a 10-foot 2x4 when you're 8 feet too short. I'm gonna wait for that one to sink in the chat here. We've got a 30-second delay, so I want to see how a 10-foot 2x4 helps me being 8 feet short on the hose. Mel hits it. Mel got it right off the bat, Mel. You're good, Mel. Not many people would have got that. Mel nailed it. That's quick, Mel. I am totally freaking impressed. You truly are thinking out of the box, given the right material. So, going from the house through the pen of the gate and then over to the barn is 8 feet too short, okay? But if I take the hose over the fence, I got tons of hose. Tons of hose. But the problem is going over the fence, at the top of the fence, you bend the crap out of the fence. Bend the crap out of it, okay? Like, totally bend it. Like, you would destroy the wire by the end. The first time you take the hose over and start pulling the hose over the wire, you would stretch the crap out of the fence, okay? So, I measured the fence, and there was one spot was 12.5 foot from post to post. The other spot was 9 foot 8. And I went, okay, if I put a 10-foot 2x4, screw nail it right to the top of the fence line, like right at the top so it's above the wire, and I just throw the hose over top. That way I can still do the geese, I can still do the bathtub, I can still do the pail, and I can do the barn with the same hose. Go under. Go under. Like, get a drilling crew here to go through the frozen ground every day and break up all the wire that stops the predators from getting through. The wire, the hose will go through the fence. Yeah, it'll go through the fence. You can pass through. You see, you're going to destroy the fence the same way you're going to destroy it throwing it over the fence, Jennifer. But you can't touch the wire with the hose because you'll bend the wire. You'll stretch it. It'll destroy the fence. I didn't, string that fence up absolutely perfectly tight, perfect like piano wire, too many peanuts. I was like piano wire, and make it all a pretty straight fence to bend it with a hose. No, you still can't get in the pen, Virginia. Still can't get in the pen. Putting it at the very top, very, very top of the wire, over top of the wire, does not affect the integrity of the security of the facility. It's still Auschwitz. They've still got to run the gauntlet of 2 9,900 volt power lines to get to the top of the fence. That doesn't change. Does not affect the bare fence. So, doesn't affect it at all. Oh, the person said go under. Well, going under, that's just a stupid idea, honestly. Everything's frozen here. You can't dig in frozen. A 3-inch piece of PVS pipe. Oh, 3 inches, perfect size for a weasel to get through, Jennifer. 3 inches gives you ample room for weasels to go through. That's the perfect, that's like a through-affair for the weasel. Hey, weasels, this is the way into the pen. There's this 3-inch opening right there. They use it during the day to put hoses through. Jennifer, come on. What is it? Something's here, isn't it? How do you know when stuff's here, dog? I just don't understand this. Right? You know, folks, he does this, and it's like, I like to know how. All the windows are closed, and it's like he knows this. So the other day he did this, and I forgot to tell you, I saw something go across the lake. Well, it was not something, it was a coyote, but I don't know, how does he know this, that it's out there? He has been losing it lately, running around the property, like when I do my 6 a.m. water, when I get up at 6, or my 10 o'clock at night, he runs around barking around the property. So something is circling the property, and Doug's running, and they're staying away, but he knows they're here. But nothing can get in the pen. So, yeah. Oh no, there's something here. Like, he doesn't do this for fun. He's doing this because it's he's working. If I let him outside right now, he would run and be like full bore barking, running. Like, I could let him out the back door. Well, he might not. He might do the old, oh, do you want out trick? And where he just sits down and looks at me. No, I'm not going out. I was just barking for fun. So, everybody understands? Oh, Jennifer thinks 2 inches. No, Jennifer. Jennifer. You don't want to have any type of structural integrity to the security of the fence. It's 1x1 welded wire, the first 2 feet at the bottom, for a reason. To stop critters from going into the pen. 1x1 inch welded wire. You can't fit a hose through the 1 inch wire unless you want to cut a hole bigger. Though frost, sometimes deeper than 3 feet. Susie, I have seen frost here go down 5 feet, depending how cold the winter is. Rock solid frozen ice ground. So, you guys are in the PVC. You're PVC crazy. Like, Debbie, they're not grasping it. They're just not grasping how a 10-foot 2x4 can fix an 8-foot short problem. No. You'll see it. When I do it, you'll be going like, Matt, that's a hell of an idea. Like, you never get to pop a weasel, Brian. Never get to shoot a weasel. Weasels, it's, you ever heard the term weaseling around? Little weasel, like, it's like, you know, these little weasels are like sly like foxes. The chances of getting a weasel, it ain't gonna happen. More chance of the dog getting a weasel. You know, that's possible. Where the dog can, you know, get a weasel, but chances of me shooting a weasel, not happening. They're sneaky and faster than the speed of light. Yes, Virginia, I totally agree with you on that. They're fast. That's why you always get somebody who's sneaky. You know, that little weasel. You know, like weasels, they're fast. So you got to outsmart them, and that is the welded wire. That's the design of the fence. That's the why there's electrical, you know, 9,900 volt line on the 1 inch by 1 inch welded wire, so that when they're climbing the 1 inch by 1 inch wire to get to the 2 inch by 4 inch openings, they got to go through the gauntlet of 9,900 volts. and then they leave. So, see, there's something here. There's the weasel killer. If there's a weasel here, he's gonna get it, not me. I've only ever had one weasel here, and he was here one winter, and he killed all the squirrels, and all the squirrels went because I was feeding the birds. So I had a ton of red squirrels here, like a ton, like unbelievable, like hundreds of squirrels. It was crazy the amount of squirrels that were living here because I was feeding the birds and all the feed that was coming out the bird feeder. Well, maybe not 100, like 50 type, you know, a lot of red squirrels. And this weasel moved in and lived here, and he thinned the squirrels out. And they were plump squirrels because they were getting fed sunflower seeds. Shucked sunflower seeds to do because I hated the shells, didn't like the mess in the yard. So it was all shucked sunflower seeds. So the squirrels were having like a great winter, and they got nice and plump over the winter. And this weasel moved in, and he thinned. By the time spring came, there was only a pair of squirrels left. They're all tree rats, Paul. All of them. Red, gray, they're all tree rats. Oh. You wish you could get rid of your bird feeder? I got rid of mine because the mice problem. That's the mice became a problem. And once the mice became a problem, the feeder went. Because I didn't mind the squirrels, but the mice, it was getting crazy. And I was dealing with mice. They were coming in the house. Every time you'd open the door of the house, a mouse would run in. Oh, he's gonna lay down in front of the heater in the living room. There's a heater over here, and it's just pounding on his back. Because there is a slight chill this morning. He's gonna do a little bit of a warm up. I'll keep an eye so he doesn't go onto the couch. Starting to wake up. I need a cat. No, I don't need a cat. I just don't have a bird feeder. I don't have mice. And Doug kills mice. Doug loves playing with them. Well, he doesn't play with them for long. They get sort of mushed. Doug's a mouser. He gets really upset when he sees mice. Especially in the back barn, when he sees them, tears everything apart, destroys the straw, but oh man, he makes a mess. That's why some of the straw bales get destroyed, because the mice, they're in the straw, and he will tear a bale apart to get at the mouse. Where a cat can't do that. A cat can't tear the bale apart. Doug will destroy a bale of straw to get the mouse. Like I'll go into the back and there'll be like 2 bales of straw destroyed and the pile will be knocked over. And it's Doug going after mice. Just like when I did the raccoon. He's serious, man. He's a big cuddle monster, a little bit of a suck, a little big suck, but he's the yard killer. You know, in bed, laying there last night, he was laying there, and I got up, he wouldn't get up, and he stayed in bed. And I was like, Doug, you're a big baby. But yet, in a split second, can go outside and be the yard killer. It's cool how dogs can do that, eh? They can be like your biggest baby, giant suck, and then the next minute, you know, they're like, they've got something in their mouth bleeding, and they're shaking it, trying to kill it. Like, how do they snap like that? If a human being, you know, did that, you'd be like, oh man, that guy's sick. There's something wrong with him, you know? Like, imagine if you had a friend that he's really good buddy, and then he just snaps and kills your neighbor. What? It's like... But you were like, you're my best, you're like so friendly. You know, the guy that makes you laugh, he's really, really funny, and he's the, you know, he's like, he's just the guy, he's the joker, and then he just snaps and kills a person and then goes back to joking. It's like, how? A dog can do that, and it's totally fine. Dogs are bipolar? I think they are, actually. They can just switch, you know, whatever the situation calls for. What an awesome animal, eh? Think about it. I think that's what makes dogs so awesome, is they've got that switch. You know, they can go from your, you know, your best friend, buddy, snuggle bunny to protector. Oh, I don't even get me started about cats. I grew up with a cat, but he thought he was a dog. And then I had a cat once, and he thought it was a dog also. And then after that, every cat that I met I didn't like, because they were cats. They were like dogs. I think a lot of it's the owners, because like I said, I grew up with a cat. He was like 18 years old, and he thought he was a dog. He truly thought he was a dog. Acted like a dog, didn't, but you know, he wasn't a cat. He was a dog. And then I had a cat that thought he was a dog, but I think it's because of the way he got treated. Because he literally thought he was a dog. And then every cat I've seen after that, since that, I actually have had cats live with me that were other people's cats, and they were cats, and I didn't like them. It was like, you are a user. Like, and I think it's the owner who brought the cat here. I was like, yeah, there's something wrong with that cat. Maybe there's something wrong with this person that's come here with this cat. Oh. I think it's the way people treat the cats, that the cat uses them. You know? Never trust a cat. Actually, Paul, when I was younger, working on the farm, the barn cats, when you talk about never trust a cat, we used to open the barn door, and you would open the door and wait, because the barn cats used to jump you when you come in and scratch you. So you'd open the barn door and just wait. Give it, like, never just open the door and walk into the barn. You'd open the door and you'd stop, and then sure enough, a cat would jump. Or you'd hear a cat hissing, sitting on a bale of straw or a bale of hay, waiting for you to come through the door to get you. Well, a good dog. Give me a good dog. I'll pass on the cat. Like if you got a rodent problem, get a little rat terrier. They'll kill everything. Everything. Absolutely everything. Kill at will. No. Your husband doesn't like cats or dogs. A man that doesn't like dogs. Oh, Virginia. That's scary. A man that doesn't like dogs. I had a rat terrier. I grew up with a rat terrier. 13 years of my childhood, I had a rat terrier. From 5 years old till I was 18, dog was in my life my whole childhood. And it was the most vicious, killing little dog. It was an unbelievable rodent killer. Mice, squirrels, anything. Anything it could put in its mouth tiny, it would just kill it. It was a killing machine. And a great friend. No. Her name was Nipper. She was a little rascal. Unbelievable. Three-legged dog. One of her back legs was paralyzed. The vet screwed up. In the old days, where you used to give your dogs birth control shots instead of getting them neutered, they would give them shots so they couldn't get pregnant. And this vet had a problem I don't know why he was a vet, because he shouldn't have been the way he handled animals. He was afraid of everything. And he jabbed the needle into her and hit her nerve and paralyzed her leg. So, Inga got the phone. What did you buy, Inga? I'm curious. I want to know. What is it? What model and how much storage? And then I want to know how much. We gotta wrap this up with Inga's purchase. No, it's not off topic, because that's what we knew you were doing while you were in London watching the Ducks. So I'm waiting. We need to know, Inga. An iPhone 8 with only 64. Only 64. You're gonna regret that. Only 64. Inga, what did you have before? 16? £699. That's $1,000. You just blew $1,000 on a 64 gig phone. Inga. You had a 16 gig. No, it's not 64 bytes. Can I speak German? No sprechen die Deutsch. 64 gigs, but you're going to run out of space, Inga, because you know what? If you go, you think 16 to 64 was going to be enough for you, you're soon going to discover that you should have bought the 256. You're going to be down this road again in another, year and a half. You're going to be going, oh, I should have got that 256 phone. And you carry the iPad in your purse? Inga, if you're going to buy a phone, you need to have at least 128. 64 is like, you can buy a 64 gig iPhone 8 on eBay for like $400. The 64s aren't a big item. Well, they aren't over here. 64 is not a lot of space. Everybody wants 128 or more. Maybe it's different in Europe. But £699. I know it's too late now. She already owns it. I know. But I'm just curious. What is £699? Pounds to dollars. Pounds to euros. We'll do the pounds to euros. 790 euros, Ingas. What is that to Canadian pesos? I'm afraid to do the Canadian peso. $1,191. That's bad. That's a lot of money. I'm harshing her happy. Well, no, because we started off this conversation with there's no way she was going to spend $1,000. And she said no way she was going to spend $1,000 on a phone. Not even €1,000. But it's 1,191 Canadian pesos. Like, what is it in US dollars? What does that work out to in US dollars? 932 US dollars. That's crazy. Ingas. Oh. I'm not raining on her parade, Vista. We just, you got to back up the chat. How about we scroll up the chat where she said there was no way she was going to spend that much money? And then we fast forward 70 minutes and boom, she bought it. It had to be under $1,000 US dollars. It is technically, Inga. It is 932 and 12 cents. Virginia got 128 gigabyte Samsung for free. Ask Mindy how the coupon. Did Mindy the coupon queen get you a coupon for a phone, Virginia? The Gators haven't showed up yet, Carl, from Amazon. They might be at the post office right now, but I'm not going in to get them. If they are. I'm not going to town. Yes, Vista, I know she is a woman. and she is allowed to change her mind, and she is totally allowed to. I have done that. I have said no, I'm not going to do that, and then done it, and then gone home and regret it. So I have done it many times where I've said no, I'm not going to do that. My phone subs. I don't understand your sentence. Is going to sim only. I don't understand. Two words, hot tub? Well, Jennifer, you I don't know what that means, because the hot tub was a hell of a good deal at the time. And you can't say anything about cameras, Tammy, because if I stopped buying electronic equipment, there'd be no show, and then you wouldn't be watching ducks. These are tools. They're not toys. Trust me. Electronic equipment here is everything is tools for the show. You can say, oh, look at all the encoders he's got. Well, without the encoders, there's no live stream. You know, just nothingness. You go to YouTube going, no, there's nothing here. Oh. I only have one toy that I collect. There's only truly one thing I collect. No. No, Virginia, they're not toys. It's work. Electronics is work, because it's not play to set them up. You have to think. Like, it's not like, oh, let's have a beer and set this up. No, because you gotta have a clear mind. It's like it's work. It's work is what it is. It's like, my old photos. I haven't done an old photo session because I've been busy doing winter stuff. I'm getting close. I don't consider electronics a toy. I don't. Not even remotely. If it wasn't for YouTube, folks, wouldn't have any of this stuff. Like, seriously, nothing. Zero. I have no interest in this stuff, personally. It's all a tool to me. It's like computers. Not into it. I'm not a computer person. I don't sit and play on computers and like a lot of people do. Don't do that stuff. I'm an outdoor, hands-on kind of guy, as you see, with the way I do things here. That's my element. And all of this other stuff is just a tool to facilitate me to share this. No. So I'm just not interested in this kind of stuff. No, I'd spend $1,000 on a saw. I would, in a heartbeat. So I guess I'm just as bad as Vista, or I mean as Inga. I got no problem spending money on tools, or $1,000 on the area that I like to collect. That I'm a collector of, but not a phone. I'll go with the used eBay stuff, like this one. It's a 6 Plus Inga, $300, and it has 128 gigs of space. So that's like cheap. I can't believe $932 US. I was just reading an article about that. How much would people spend on a phone? And this is like a lot, as we have now found out. Yeah, you can future-proof electronics. Don't buy them. That's how you do it, Jennifer. But ironically, I'll tell you something. You know the encoders I'm using for the streams? That technology is like, how old is it? It's like over 7 years old. And Inga just doubles down. She just doubled down. She just doubled down. Oh, Inga, you're just doing this because you just want everyone to know how crazy you are. You just spent $73 US on a wireless charger. Inga. So now you're officially, so $699 plus, so we're at $754. She just hit the $1,000. She just did it. She just did the $1,005 US. She broke it. And Inga is Jennifer's hero. Christmas present to yourself, done? Wait, then it's totally justified. Totally justified. If it's a Christmas present, have at her there, woman. Do her up good. How about a nice protective case for it? Because you wouldn't want to drop it and break the screen. So, what about a protective case? Do you need an iPhone 6 used? Is it a 6 Plus or is it just the 6? Because the 6S Plus is the one I need. It has the better camera. No. That's the one I have, 6S Plus. If it's just the regular 6, is it the little regular 6? Now that would work as a backup for when the Ducks wipe out the 4 on the motorized barge this coming spring. But Jennifer, she doesn't want to go to a website to get a skin for her phone. She wants the phone right now, the cover. Because what happens if she's walking down the street in 20 minutes from now and drops the phone? That's not going to do her much good to be hooked up for a website that'll take weeks to get to her. She needs a skin for her phone right now. So Inga, you got to go back in the store and find a skin for your phone. Because you wouldn't want to drop that $1,000 phone and break the screen. And then you regret sending me your used 6 and you're going, oh, I wish I'd have kept that as backup. Because I just dropped my new one. She's going to shop right now. She's shopping for a case right now. Get a really expensive one. One that's just screams, steal my phone. Oh, Inga. Like, it just kills me how you went from no, I wouldn't spend 1,000 US to I just did. Oh, because you were like so adamant that it wasn't going to happen. Oh, it's so funny. 3 to 4 day delivery. Yeah, that's always nice to get protection 3 to 4 days after you've broken your phone. Oh, I'm gonna get my last coffee, folks. My last coffee, and I'm gonna have to sign off because I've chatted too long. I've got to get ready here because it's warming up. I'm gonna let the ducks out and clean the barn. I'm going to clean the barn out this morning. It looks like the temperature is already minus 14, so the temperature's coming up. So how much was the 256 gig phone? Like, how much more was it compared to $699? For that price, Tina, it should go get my coffee in town and then make it at home. So what is a 256? So the temperature is warming up quicker than I thought it was going to, because I just looked and like I'm going to have to go outside here shortly. Inga's still in the Apple store. Oh, you're not done out of the Apple store. Okay. That's bizarre. It says that it's like I almost put minus 13, minus 14 here, but they're saying it's 17 below. But the hourly forecast people are right on their temperature. We're going to be letting the ducks out here shortly. We're just waiting for India to get back to us at the Apple store of what a 256 phone is worth. I'm curious what this is going to be worth. I know it's warming up, Diane. It is, Diane. It's like seriously, the ducks are getting out today. I got to go fill up the water situation, get it happening for them outside, and clean the barn. The barn's getting another cleaning, and it's snowing right now. It's just starting to snow. I should check to see. Hang on, folks. While we have you here, I'm going to check on the, oh, cramped my foot. Oh, that was not good. Hang on. Where is that? I have the tracking number. See where the package is for the encoder. No, still in transit. That's bizarre. It was sent express post. And it's still sitting in Richmond, BC on the 13th of December. And they're saying is I'm not going to get it till the 27th of December. That's bizarre. It's never been that slow. I'm not going to get it till after Christmas. That doesn't make any sense. What the expected delivery? Yeah, 27th, folks. I was hoping it was going to be here like right now. $849 for 256 gig. You should have went for it, Inga. You should, seriously. Now, I'm not being sarcastic either. If you're going to spend $699, like really, seriously, like what is it? 150 pounds. You will need it though, Inga. Like seriously, is it too late? You're still in the store, you haven't left yet. Maybe they'll, like seriously girl, you're going to regret this. 150 pounds. I wouldn't even think twice about it. If you're going to spend $699 or $849, oh, it's too late, eh? I should have been there with you. I would have talked you into the big one. Seriously, I wouldn't have let you waste that. You wasted 699 pounds. You did. That wasn't very smart. And the thing is, now that you got 64 gigs, you're going to find yourself saving more and more stuff, and then you're going to run out of space again, and you're going to go, oh, I wish I had the 256. Inga, you needed a man there to help you make a logical decision. This was a faux pas, a bad one. You don't understand memory, Inga. I know you've used the 16 gig for 2 years, but once you get more memory, it's amazing. Memory it just consumes you. Trust me. It's like I thought, okay, I would never, okay, I'll give you an example of memory, okay? Laptop. 500 gig, that's lots, 500 gig laptop, okay? I've all my laptops have only been like, 180 gigs, they were just fine for years. Then I got a 500 gig and I was like, what happened? I ran out of space. So now I'm running 2 terabytes. Like once you can't stop yourself. Or manage in the cloud. Yeah, put your information in the cloud, Jennifer. No. iPad, phone, different thing, Inga. The phone is on you. You're using it. You're like, it's totally different. Your iPad's sitting at home. beside your couch. Your phone's in your pocket. Like, fine pair with my laptop. What do you mean, Jennifer? You carry an iPad with you? How big is your purse? What do you got, a pack sack? See, if you had a 256 gig phone, you wouldn't need to carry your iPad. I just spit on the screen here, like a big giant glob on my computer screen. You do have a backpack. So you could get rid of the backpack if you just had your phone. Or manage your storage on another device. Oh, so carry another device to make up for the fact that you could have had it all on your phone. Yeah, that's perfectly logical, Jennifer. You can't convince me. As far as I'm concerned, Inga just made a mistake. Okay? I would have voted for the 256. Like, what is the price difference, really, in the big picture? Okay, so it's $1,005 compared to $1,198. That's not even, that's a no-brainer when you get into that category of spending money. Like, that's just like, you just do it. I know, it works for you today, Inga. But mark my words. Mark my words. I know what it's like with memory. You're going to wish you had more memory. I would never buy a 64 gig used iPhone. Don't touch them, the 64 gigs. Too small. I won't do anything under 126. 126 is the smallest. So. I still love you, Inga, even though you made a mistake. I could have saved you from this mistake if I was with you. Or if we would have had more of an interaction during chat, like ask my opinion, I would have talked you into it on chat. Like, I would have talked you into it. If you would have been like, Matt, oh, I've got this one in my hand, I got this one, what do I do? I would have said, this is what you got to do. You got to go for it. And I would have pounded it into you on the chat. But you went off, turned the chat off, went off and made a bad decision. That's really expensive. Inga, you just spent $1,005 on a phone. What is $193 more? Like, really? It's Christmas, man. It's like, it's a Christmas present for yourself. Like, I bet you all be. I got a phone with no SIM card. The iPhone 10, I don't understand that one. That's just crazy. That one, what, it was $1,000 for 16 gig? No. Oh, I wish I could have intervened on that one for you. It's really, like honestly, like what is $193? It's really the big picture. Like put it in perspective. It's like 15% of your dishwasher. Like, it's really nothing. You probably today will spend more having drinks and lunch, you know, with your friend in London and taxis. You'll probably drop $193 today between taxis, drinks, and a snack. You know, so that an afternoon in London, You could have had 256 gigs of memory. Really, like honestly, you know? Honestly, if you would have took us along for the purchase, I know I could have talked you into it. Anyways, but you got a new phone. You're happy. I'm happy for you. £9.5 on lunch. Yeah, we got taxis yet to go. Are you staying overnight? You got a hotel tonight? Jennifer doesn't understand where I'm coming from. Jennifer, why are you having a hard time grasping this morning? Is it too early? Yes, it is. It's too early for this logic for you. It's like, Jennifer, I'm seriously, you don't understand. I know I would have, Inga. I would have given you so much. I would have given you so much rational logic why you should spend the extra and get the memory. You would have said, Matt, you make total sense. Because if you would have spent the money, that phone, other than if you have an accident and drop it, literally could have lasted you 5 years. You could have got the true 5-year life out of it. Like, oh, the company's paying the whole. See, the money you saved, you could have got 5-year phone worth of life. So this now, Inga, you just painted yourself into a bad corner. I'm afraid now you're really giving me too much ammo. So you're on a free trip, and you cheaped out on your Christmas present. My God, there's some flawed logic there. Flawed, bad. Like, seriously. Like, that's even more reason why you should have gotten the 256. I wouldn't tell us any more information if I were you, Inga. Seriously, I wouldn't. Because you really should have. And I bet you the company's paying for the phone or partial payment of the phone. Are you submitting? No, it won't last 5 years, Inga. Guaranteed. You're going down the rabbit hole of memory. Once you start down this hole, look out. You'll be surprised what you're going to be collecting on it. You'll be like, oh, I got all this room. It never gets full. And all of a sudden it's full, and you're like, oh, I wish I had more room. I used to have a landline phone until it got too expensive. Now I have an internet phone, which is dirt cheap. Oh. Poor Inga bought the wrong phone. I'm sorry. Sorry I couldn't be there to save you, making a bad decision. Should have spent more money. Matt, let it go. But Susie, I'm saying she should have got a better one. I'm not saying she should have got a cheaper one. I was like, better. She deserves better. Like, I'm actually in her corner, cheering her on to spoil herself even more. I don't even have my plan's $20 a month on my phone, and it's dead in the car. Battery's frozen. It's a flip phone. I just wanted Inga to spoil herself. If you're going to buy yourself something that's for you personally, do it upright. It's my fault because I gave her a hard time. Yeah, I probably did. I guilted her at the $6.99 and then she choked. on the 849. So it's my fault. I'll take it. I accept that. I accept that this is my mess. I created it. I'm sorry, Inga. I should have not said anything about the $6.99 price. Honestly, seriously, I'm not lying either. I should have raw-rawed you right at the start to go bigger. Go bigger, go home. It's not like I, don't go bigger, go home. It is my fault, River. I know. I'm accepting it. And, in a couple years, year down the road, when she needs more memory, she can say, you know what? That's all because of that Matt. He was giving me a hard time at the $6.99 and I choked. And this is what I'm stuck with. Not enough memory, and it's all that duck guy's fault. And you can hate me later. I will take it. So I'm going to cook my breakfast, because now I'm now in trouble because I helped Inga make a bad purchase. And I probably won't sleep good over it tonight. No, I probably will sleep good tonight, but you really, Eric, exactly. A year from now, she say, I'm out of memory, Matt, and it's all your fault. I hope she remembers to rub my nose in it. Oh. Or everybody could remind her, that I put peer pressure on her to make the wrong decision. So, well, I'm gonna go and have my breakfast now, since I've ruined Inga's Christmas present to herself, and then I'm gonna go clean the barn out. We'll let the ducks out. So, and then I will do a stream of letting the ducks out, because, well, it'll probably be warm enough. Take the camera outside. Ducks are almost out of water already. They pounded down at 8 gallons that fast. So I better get my act into gear, right? Let me just take a quick look here, see what the water situation is. Let's take a look. And are the ducks out of water? This live streaming thing, folks, is yeah, holy molies, did they ever drink her? Okay, one is empty, the other one's got 2 inches at the bottom. They got a little bit of water. And they can be out of water for a little while because it's not going to kill them. I'll get a lot of flack on YouTube because people say, well, they've had no water all night. No, they had water. They can go like an hour and a half without water. It's not the end of the world. I'm not going to give them any more water until I let them out. I got to get all the waters outside filled and then let them out. And we got a snowstorm happening, so it must be warming up. So I'll do a stream of letting the ducks out. It should be a pretty good rush. Oh, there's little Minnie. She ever small compared to the rest of the ducks, man? It's like she's like a miniature duck. You don't really get how small she is until you see her walk underneath another duck. Little Bentleys. I'm not going to end these streams. I'm going to rename them. I think these streams have the potential to go popular. I opened the vents on the shed. I gotta close one vent, but I opened the vents because we're getting a little bit of fog happening inside. The barn's +2 right now. What's the temperature in the goose shed? And the goose shed is pushing. Come on, load page. My internet's slow. -2. Not bad, -2. Geese won out though. You can tell they're pacing. You're getting out today. Don't worry, there are gooses. Everybody's getting outside. This man's got to do some cleaning. All right. Was it a lot better cleaning the barn? Well, you didn't listen to me and how happy I was and giggling and how I was just praising the floor, how it was just so awesome cleaning the barn and how clean it got. You need to watch. It's like a little kid. Did you send me a message? You're getting the 256 phone? Seriously, Inga? Like they're taking it back? What happens when they cut the Janie, when they cut it off? They cut it off, they cut it off. But I think we need to, for people, I think we need it. Because the problem is me ending the streams every day and starting new ones. All I'm doing is creating videos of ducks in a barn. And really, we want to just leave them live. That way people can share it on Facebook and it stays live. And then if it gets cut off, it gets cut off, and then we'll just start a new stream. Now that I know I'm walking into it, that YouTube could do this to me, I will walk into it with an open mind of abuse if they want to do that to me. I'll handle it. It won't be a shock like the last time when they cut us off, because I'm knowing that this could happen. So I'm going to change the streams. There may be one stream I'll end and turn back on, maybe like the front or the back of the barn. I don't know yet. There'll be one that might get turned off, because I got to turn one stream off when I do an outdoor stream. So it's hard to say. We'll see. Maybe my connection can handle 4 1080p's at once hardwired, and I won't have a problem. So Inga, before I go here, are you going to tell us how you managed to, because you said it was too late. Like, did you open the box? Or the box wasn't open yet on the phone? Or you told them that, no, I got to go for the 256? You hadn't left the store? How could we go from too late to I got it? Or you bought a second phone? Yeah, Yosemite Sam, thank you for rubbing that one in. It was going viral and I ended it. Yeah, I know. It was just stupid. Just dumb. But you know what thing goes? But nope, I'll back up a little bit. Oh, you just asked and they did it. Right on. Well, I'm happy. I'm truly happy. I am. I'm not being facetious here. I am truly happy. I'm glad that you got the 256. You are not going to regret it. This phone will now last you 5 years unless you drop it or lose it. You've made a wise... This has now become... This has now gone from a purchase that could have been a mistake to an investment. You're not going to regret this, Inga, for the amount of money. It's like pittance. It's like you're on a free trip. I'm happy. I'm happy for you. 256. I wish I had 256. I only got 126. You've got more memory than me. But that's good. Now you're rocking. Now you can leave your iPad at home. You've just lightened your load. Leave the iPad at home and just do her all. Get yourself a battery pack, just so you can give yourself a little more power. Oh, I'm happy for you. No, I'm happy for you, Inga. I will sleep good tonight, knowing that you didn't make a mistake. And really, like in the big picture, like what really in the big picture, did it really make that big of a difference, money-wise, on a free trip? So back to the unboxing video. You will still take the iPad? Give it time. You'll leave the iPad at home. Trust me. Just give it time. Leave it at home. You'll get used to it. And I'm no longer at fault for anything. Actually, if anything, I saved the situation, Eric. I just saved it. So, and Susie told me to leave it, let it go. Look at Susie. I've just made Inga's purchase even more awesome. So anyways, back to the unboxing video. If I wouldn't have ended that, I wouldn't have right now on YouTube a video archive of the unboxing, because right now it is I've had people tell me it's the best unboxing video on YouTube, unboxing all the ducklings. So it was actually good and bad, you know, that I ended that stream. So because now I've got it, like I said, I've got a true unboxing video of 1,154 ducklings. But I'm gonna rename the other streams, just let them run, and you watch. It's gonna happen. People are gonna be watching the ducks just like they did, and we're gonna have separate streams, secret streams for the hardcore duck fans. You might have to chat on the hospital stream and just avoid the barn stream and just watch it and not chat there, because, you know, what'll happen, you'll get a whole bunch of idiots. Unfortunately, that's the problem. I have an intro video on my channel. I can't remember what it is. I haven't looked. Just search Google or search YouTube for unboxing. It'll come up, unboxing ducklings. Well, Janie, next year's unboxing will be a totally different game. I'll be much more organized. Like, what's 175 pounds, Inga? Nothing, really, honestly. Like, in the big picture. And especially if you amortize that 175 pounds over the next 5 years. Now it's just lunch money. You know what I mean? Like, you made a good choice. You're not going to regret this. You're going to look back at this and go, oh man, I'm glad Matt rode me on that one. Like I said, you just turned your purchase into a 5-year piece of equipment. It's going to save you money in the long run. Just like when I bought my laptop. The first one I bought, half a terabyte, thought this was the answer. Lasted me not even 6 months. Then I bought this one, it's 2 terabytes, and I'm going on 5 years. So. Benadryl in the water now. Is the geese sleeping right now? I should get my act in the gear, folks. I really should. I really, really should. No, the geese are stressed out. They need to get outside. Okay, folks, I gotta go. I seriously do. I gotta get my act into gear. It's getting warmer out, and I've gotta go too. Inga. Everybody's got things to do today. What's the agenda for today? Barn cleaning, Lester. I'm thinking I'm gonna go before I do anything though. I gotta go and get a haircut. It's bothering me. I noticed my hat yesterday was driving me nuts. And that's because my hair was touching the hat. So I gotta go take care of that. I'm gonna go and then I'm gonna have breakfast. And then I'm gonna let the ducks out. And when I let the ducks out, I'll do a stream of letting the ducks out. And then I'm gonna go clean the barn. So if you wanna watch me clean the barn, it'll be after I let the ducks out, which I'll let you know when I do the let the duck out stream. All right. So thanks for joining me, and I'm so glad, Inga, for you. I'm happy. I truly am. I'm glad that I fixed your situation, that your potentially bad purchase, and you're going to enjoy the 256 gigabytes of memory. You are not going to regret this, especially for what you just paid. Really, does it matter? So I'm gonna say goodbye, and I'll see you in probably 45 minutes to an hour. You'll see me.